Welcome to another episode of Saint Vincent Untold Stories. On this episode, we give you an update of what transpired with O'Malley Williams and the officers, and we have voice notes of him explaining what happened. And we also give you the most recent update with the Lassa volcano in Saint Vincent, and many more. Big ups to all of my subscribers, and if you are new to the channel, hit the like button, the subscribe button, and hit the bell icon if you wish to see more videos like this one. Very soon we might be saying welcome to Korea. Imagine living in a country where companies that you pay for services are blocking certain things on your IP address. That's the kind of things that only goes on in places like Korea. You see. And they think that we don't know what is going on in St. Vincent and the Grenadines. They are dealing with an IT specialist. How come when we use the American VPNs, we are able to see things that we are not able to see in St. Vincent? When I say things, I don't mean anything from the black market. I mean like certain things belonging to Google we are not able to see. This is now becoming a country where the law only works for some. If a matter is brought forward for one of their own, they tell you they would be investigating the matter. If it is someone else, they hurry to get that person immediately. Let me just explain to you briefly what O'Malley said. So O'Malley was saying that he was going in the van that he was walking on, because O'Malley is a conductor. And when the van came around, the police came around and stopped the van. But at the time he said he had his mask on, but somebody showed the officer that he did not have his mask on. So when he came out of the van, the officer told him to come. So he went to the officer, and the officer questioned him about the mask and certain health issues. And he also asked him for his conductor's license, which O'Malley said that he don't have the license with him, because you guys know what are going on right now. O'Malley is also an evacuee, so he was saying that the paper probably got torn up in his pockets. So both O'Malley and the officer were exchanging words. And O'Malley was telling the officer that he has 24 hours in order to present his conductor license, which O'Malley is in fact right, because that is the law. Sometimes we see them pulling over drivers in St. Vincent and arrest them immediately for their license, which the law says that you have 24 hours to present your license. Some of these officers, like, they don't even know the laws. They just went through the training school, and because of certain pull strings, they just do anything they feel like. But if they go through the system the real way, they would understand what the civilians are saying. So while O'Malley was there, the officers were trying to pull up the man's pants to give him a wedgie to carry him down by the station. And O'Malley was saying, don't do me that, carry me by my hand, that's the proper way. And they were asking him, why are you locking up the guy? And he's saying that the guy is resisting arrest. Is that what you do? You ask the guy to present his license. Now, because you are holding the guy in a certain way, and he doesn't like it the way you are holding him, you are telling him that you are going to charge him for resisting arrest. Personally, we have no personal feelings against that officer. That is between him and Mr. Williams. But what we are saying, carry out your duties the proper way. If the guy telling him, you holding me by my pants, that way isn't right. He did not take the government's money. He did not go into anybody's property and do them anything. But he's being dealt with like he's the worst of the worst. Did you guys find those popo that are missing from the Georgetown police station? But O'Malley, then again, I wonder if they saw you that time upstairs at Hat 97 with Lava Man. You see, that money that the government is putting out to bring in that helicopter, they should give that money to Lava Man and his friends to go up by the volcano and rest down the equipment. They should also carry Dr. Robertson, because he seems to know a lot. They are the ones that are jumping up, that they don't think that the volcano would erupt again because it's in a low state of unrest. Some might say this may sound that kind of way, but the big man as well should make the chip, because he's the one telling persons that it is safe to go back to clean some areas of the red zone and to go back to the orange zone. So if it's so safe, then it should not be a problem. Have you ever read that Jamaican novel, Smile Orange, with that clever Ringo, when he's always telling his co-workers to do stuff? Anytime Ringo does his mischief, there's one guy in particular and he tries to keep away. But when the money comes in, he wants a piece of the pie. So, if Robertson says that it is safe, why do they need a spider to drop down by the summit? You guys were courageous enough to give the orders to return home. Well, you should be courageous enough now to go up there. Why are the officers continuously putting their hands on people? Allegations that a son of a minister was heading home from war. While going on his journey, he tried to overtake a police transport. But who told him to do that? When he tried that, they swung across in front of him. That's what he said. And he tipped the bumper. And the officers came off of the jeep, and one just walked up to him, closed his fist, and rest it on his lip. He said that when the other officers arrived to take the measurements, he tried to explain the situation to them, but they didn't want to listen. Tell me something. Why whenever you go to the station to visit somebody and you try to ask that officer in charge what are they being charged for, they don't want to tell you? So what do you want their relatives to do? Just call up the lawyer and say they have Mr. or they have Mrs. at the station locked up and they don't know what for. You as the officer that took the reports and the statement should be able to tell that family member what is the person being charged for. You see the kind of backward place we live in? Do you remember when I did an episode and I featured Chippy when he said that he took the items, but he only gave that statement after the officers put their hands on him, and he tried to explain that in the magisterial court, but the magistrate did not believe Chippy. Chippy was actually telling the truth, because we had seen what had happened. If you see licks for Chippy, Chippy roll, he scream, he bawl out. You know what Chippy had to do for the beating to stop? Chippy had to pretend like he went to Dovecat. He had the marks on his body and he was showing the magistrate. But the magistrate said, officers don't beat you. And you see, Chippy was given a time in prison. These officers who love to put their hands on people, they can't do the job properly, because true officers don't have to put hands on people. They could persuade you to give the correct statement. But when you have persons who are not well chained, you would always encounter a kind of rough behavior, and this is passed down from certain officers to certain ones, because they watch how certain officers react in certain situations. But you know, in all fairness, that officer that held on to O'Malley, I don't know him to be a rough kind of person. He's always calm and cool. That's what I know of him, but I cannot speak for everybody else. I can only say from what I saw. Let me just let you have a listen to those voice notes that O'Malley sent into Untold Stories, so you can hear what went on.
So now your information loud and clear. Understand? The officer will lock me up, messing up me. I police woman find Panivan and look Mali down me. Without a mask. The time we show me get on my mask. You check me I come from? He said, you know, no. You have a conductor license. He said, yes, I have a conductor license. You check me I come from? But it's a receipt me just carry. But by carrying the receipt, you understand where I come from? The receipt, you wash up in my pants. You check me I come from? I have 24 hours to present my document. You understand where I come from? Me I walk. at all. I look for passenger. They say, Mario lock up. I say lock up for. And the woman approach me, say, don't approach me, so Jet. You understand where I come from? Come now, go down my barracks. With my pants in my hand, you approach me better than that. If you want me to go down my barracks, you do, you have to hold me by my hand and pull me down my barracks. He said he resist arrest. How could that come if from a resist arrest when me tell you hold me better than that? The teacher demand me. But man tell me not study with a thing you for a study in your puppy show. I mean, I do you know, you understand where I come from? You can't come hold up my pants and come to me and walk it out. You know, see? You understand where I come from? I remember them and pull up and he goes everything in the Jackson station. You understand where I come from? So I respect you again, respect. You don't want to lock me up, hold me and ask someone to go down by the station and everything done. You don't hold my coach and pull me down by the station. Now more people here look for me pull up my phone and all and cannot to finish there. They say just don't approach me like that boy. You check me come from me now break no law. My driver come collect the post and come top of my driver obstruct you. And charge my driver and my driver the family. Then the boy come and tell me not to put on. So he give me health ticket and all and cannot to finish this. So that's a quick finals. You see more people in the stand. Mass in the quick finals. You know see health is scary when people do that thing. You know what's them thing there? Because all the ticket we charge me with me, I want to put them a coat money too. When he come with my mask me on, all he just ask me for my license. So you can't charge me. You understand? My health. You not see me, or somebody will show you me. Some, did you see me without no mask on? You understand? Did you see me? You understand? I make sure you don't waste your time. I have a video to prove on. You understand where I come from? And somebody in the van who give me their witness who in the van too. Because they don't have any force forever. They don't go to the bounce and tell them yesterday. When I had the people around to them, you see pirates go fill our house and fire and go live. And I said them tell them, the father go fire and go live when they don't come out the force because they will how them treat people.
With that being said, I just want to big up the entire population in St. Vincent and the Grenadines, the regional islands and the international countries who are supporting and praying for us at these difficult times. We thank you. You the people see what is going on. I'm out.